Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Ragnarok Ranger at home base. Welcome to my enclave. Okay, unless you're bleeding out and about to die, nothing to me overcomes the need for shelter. In a survival situation, or even just out while camping, you know, at the end of the day, before you're going to sit down and cook your meal, you need to get your shelter ready. Right? Shelter is everything. It's priority one for your survival, in my opinion. Some may disagree, I don't. Okay, so basically I've got 4 different tarps and a little bushcraft tent to show you today, and then I'm just going to pause it. I'm going to put the little tent up, show you round it, because that's what's going to be going out to the woods with me at the beginning of the week, and then each of the other shelters in turn I will use at some point, just to show that it doesn't matter which one you're using, you can pretty much do the same thing with them. Okay, the only thing that differs is the size and the colour and the usefulness, depending what environment you're in. Okay, so my first one I'm going to go through. Yeah, it's all DPM camo colour. I don't know if I can find the branding on it for you, but basically I know this is like my oldest tarp that I've got now, and I've had it for absolute years, and it's Combat UK basically. There you go, Combat UK. Okay, and this has served me so well for so many years. Now at the moment, as you can see, I've got the hood tied up, because the last time I used this, I obviously used it not as a poncho but as a shelter. But it's just the draw cord from the neck that's used, because in essence these are rain ponchos. Okay, and you can get various styles that got the hood on, yeah, and it's no different than back in the 90s when I was in engineers and you didn't get a camouflage one, you got a plain green one then. But again, it was a poncho. You didn't just get a basher sheet, it was a poncho, and you used it to bash it up. I say I've had this a long time. I've reinforced some of the holes. I've only ever had one that tore a little bit, that one, but that's doubly reinforced, and it still serves me well. It's never leaked, I've never been cold in it, and I have used this at least 15 to 20 times in the years I've had it. So I think when I got this, it probably cost about a tenner. Don't know what the equivalent would be now, but again, yeah, for a basic style poncho that'll work as a little tent and never let you down, Combat UK, that's where I found it. This one I got off Amazon for about a £5. Okay, it's absolutely unbranded. It only velcros up the sides rather than using press studs like the Combat UK one. But again, better than your basic festival poncho. I have used this, it did okay. I wouldn't say it's as good as the Combat UK one long term, but it's actually a lot bigger and a lot more roomy. You may possibly get 2 people under this, which would be an advantage if it became a need. I'll just have to take my glasses off to get it back off, because I nearly broke them. I mean, my Combat UK one, I've got to rate it 10 out of 10, because like I say, it's never let me down. This one I'd probably be going down to 7 out of 10. Yeah, I wouldn't use it as my first choice, but as a backup it's okay. The next one is not a poncho, it's just a basher sheet. Okay. I don't know, I mean, they change them all the time, don't they, in the military, but this one, it's big enough for a command tent, to be honest. It's absolutely massive. When I do a shelter with these, I will obviously go through the dimensions for you properly. It's MTP, not my favourite kind of camouflage. I can do a lot better with GPM, because that's what I trained on, than I can with MTP. This one's not too bad. I don't know what you get it for now. I bought this grade 2, so it weren't brand new in the packet, it's one grade down. Grade 1 or 2, after that I would not spend my money on these. Again, this has never let me down. I've used it quite a few times. It's a lot heavier. In fact, this is heavier than what I'm going to show you next. Right, so it's a serious piece of kit, and it's worth considering, because it's like 20, you might pay 25, 30 quid now for a grade 2, maybe 40 quid for a grade 1 at a surplus. It's just like, what's your budget? What do you want to spend? That's what you've got to be thinking of, guys. Yeah, but yeah, it's good. It would be my first choice out with them 3 if I needed to be out in the field and sustain it for 3, 4, 5 days. The others have been out more than two days max, and then you'd be wanting somewhere better. Okay, the next one, I'm not going to drag this out, guys. I've got my own version of a ridge line in here again, so when I do the review for the DD Amex 3x3, I've used it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely bomb-proof. It's absolutely huge. Okay, you can configure this in many ways, right? However, I've only got 2 ways that I like to use this. I know I've seen all these, oh look, all these different ways of putting the bash up. It's confusing, you don't need them, right? Make your decision. You need to be able to make a lean-to, an A-frame, and a tent out of this, which can be done with only using like 1 walking pole or 1 stick, and I think it's something like 5 pegs, right? And again, an A-frame with this and a ridge line. My ridge line that I've made is quite an advanced version, but more of that later. Okay, finally, before I pause it, this is the One Tigris backwood bungalow. Now, I think it's about 100 odd quid now. I'll put the price up on the video in a bit, but it's like when I bought this, they were only about 80 quid, but I've had it a few years, used it a couple of times. I've even put an hole in it once and had to repair it. That wasn't the tent's fault, that was my fault for having a sharp object near my tent and not watching what I was doing. Yeah, so you've got to take care of your kit, but I repaired it properly. I didn't just like put a plaster on it. I got some proper stuff to do it with, right? So this is what I'm going to be pausing the video for. I'm going to put it up really quickly, then come back and literally just show you around it, the way I can configure it in the back garden here, right? And what I'm going to be using along with it, a couple of old Gellert walking poles that are redundant to walking now, so, and a couple of proper basher poles. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm going to use to configure it. When I actually go out in the field with that, I'll only be using 2 poles, not 4. Okay, so take care, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I've got it up. Please don't judge the tent if it looks a bit saggy. I've thrown this up because I also want to be able to get it packed away again by end of the day, because some of this weekend I need to get packed up for the excursion to the woods. I've not pegged everything out that I can. I've just got it up so I can show you around it and show you what I think is a really good tent. I remember before I bought it, I read a couple of reviews and one of them said, oh, the storm flap at the back let water in and I got wet. Well, close it when you go to sleep. I'm sorry, that's just a stupid person, that's not the tent's fault. Anyway, let's have a look around this tent. Okay, so first thing I say, like I say, I've not pegged it out properly yet. Well, I'm not going to do today. I just want to be able to show you this tent before I take it into the woods. So straight away you can see it's got a canopy as well as the actual tent. That's the inside of the tent. It is meant to be 2 persons, and when it's all pegged out at the back and everything properly, you'd easily get 2 people in here. Okay, that's quite an ample canopy as well. You can cook under there, I have done. Okay, put up with poles. Yep, a lot of pegging out to do. This is the storm flap I'm on about. Okay, but if you leave that open on a night and it's raining, then I don't understand why you're doing it, because you can leave this out, you can half zip it down, you can do various stuff with this canopy. Sorry, that's my fire pit. The other thing, when I put it up here to check it over and everything, it is always a bit of a battle with space because of the fire pit. However, now we don't have the dog, I could start testing my kit out further over where I've got more space. So this is the backwood bungalow. Like I say, I'll be putting up the price, but I think it's about £104 on Amazon UK at the minute. Yep, that's the our base. You can see when there's a few stuff around garden at the minute, but it's coming into bloom. We've got a beautiful garden, really have. You know, some bits need renewing now, but on a nice day like today, on a day off, it's a really pleasant place to be. So, backwood bungalow, guys. I don't know what you think. I absolutely love it. So, like I say, next week, hopefully, I'll be out in the field with this tent, and I'll be cooking some breakfast up, which I've not done for a while now. So I'm quite looking forward to being able to do that. So, take care, stay safe. I'll see you all later. Remember, we don't prepare to survive, we prepare in case we survive. Survival is an instinct. An instinct is everything.